Welcome to the officially unofficial Geek Channel.
Sunday at the Rosemont Horizon Monster Truck Extravaganza. That's it.
Wow. Okie dokie. So, Joe has abandoned us to go to the Monster Truck Rally.
Yeah.
No, he's here. This is not Sunday.
Nope.
It is Wednesday.
No.
Do you remember that it's Wednesday?
It's what's happening.
It's what's happening Wednesday. And I, as always, I am Carrie, and with me, as always, is Joe. And our kitties are here, but they don't talk.
They don't talk.
They don't. Unless they're talking to us.
Hardly ever.
Yeah.
Luby was talking this morning, though. It was kind of cute.
It was. And she was talking a little bit, too.
Yeah.
You know what? They do talk sometimes, just never on the channel. That's just how it is. I imagine they would rather we didn't do this, shit all the time. But here we are. We're talking. It's Wednesday, and how's Joe feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Tomorrow I get my new book, and I'm just excited. I'm pumped.
You're getting the new Dragonlance book.
Yes, I'm pumped.
So we went last Saturday to a local used bookstore called Toad Hall here in Rockford. Really awesome. Has a huge old comic book section.
Yeah.
But Joe was there for a particular purpose.
I was there to find the Dragonlance Chronicles, and I found first editions of the Dragonlance Chronicles trilogy, and the first one is freaking signed by Margaret Reese and Tracy Hickman.
Yes, and guys, this is not...
And they confirmed that it is their...
Exactly. So it was really cool because we found them, and Joe was really happy, and then he opens one up, and he sees it's signed.
And we're trying to get it back to this David fellow.
Okay, so guys, if you are Dragonlance fans and you know a dude named David
that got rid of his first edition books that were signed, tell him we want to give them back.
And more importantly, he was at Gen Con 1986 because that's where it's signed, because Miss Weiss actually, I believe, is the one that dated it in her Gen Con 1986. And guys, seriously, like, Joe is on Twitter at FetBizarro. If you know anyone that these might be David's books, let us know. You can hit him up on Twitter.
Yep.
Joe would like to finish reading them first.
Even if not, I would like to give them to him.
And then we are fully wanting to reconnect David with his books if possible.
There's a strong possibility he's no longer with us.
A lot of times when people lose these books, it's because they're no longer with us, and that's fine. And David, wherever you are, Joe is enjoying your books very much.
I am taking care of them.
But just in case David is still part of the land of the living, we would like to find him. So that would be really cool. So if you happen to know anyone that was at Gen Con 1986 that got their book signed by the authors of the book, and their name is David, we might have their book. I know that we've been living together for over 5 years now. And we've been in positions where we've had to
sell books
and it's always rough when you have to do it, especially when you're sitting there and you're like, you need money, and you see a book that you absolutely love, and you end up having to sell it because you need money.
Yeah, it's rough.
And you sit there and you end up regretting it later. I know that we have because of that fear of regret, we have an official rule in our household that if we're going to sell anything, certain items are off limits for sale.
Yes.
Because
I sold a big chunk of my Star Wars stuff, and I still regret it.
Yeah. So...
Oh well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And that's one of the main reasons why we're like, we see this, and we're like, man, can we find David? Is David out there? Maybe did he have to sell his books to, get food on the table or something like that at some point? And did he have a struggle? And was thinking, well, the books I'm going to get money for are these.
I don't honestly know if they even knew that it was signed and it was real, because that would have been a whole lot more than $4.
I think mostly what like kind of, it's still valuable, but what dials down the value is that it is actually addressed to someone, and I'm not David, you're not David, so
no. I still think it's cool as hell.
Still cool as hell. We have Davids in our life.
Yes.
Your
brother liked my post, so maybe he likes Dragonlance.
Yeah, but he, I don't know if he does. I know that David was a Magic the Gathering kind of guy.
Yeah. That all falls hand in hand. Right?
Yeah. But, anyway, so that's like something really cool that happened. That we would love to find David, and we were trying to talk about what we wanted to talk about on the show before we started tonight. We had like one thing, and I was like, wait, let's talk about the book. So I just brought it up, and a lot of times before we went on, I was like, you know what, how about we just press record and we start talking? Because the whole reason why I tried to convince Joe to join me on the show, like back when, before he started actually coming on the show with me, was because we would have these conversations, and I would sit there and be like, man, it would just be really cool if we could record our conversations about shit and put it on the channel. So that's how this happens. That's how this happened. And one of the things, speaking of fiction, we have gotten you through season 3 of the Vampire Diaries.
Yep, I'm on season 4, episode 10 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like episode 8 or 9 or something like that, whatever. So, he has made it. He has made it to season 4 of Vampire Diaries. Certain people are vampires now.
Yep.
And they are dealing with that. Certain people are looking for cures of stuff. And it's made for some interesting bedfellows.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show, man. I'm pretty hooked on it.
Yeah. Gonna get a little bit of a time out from it for a couple days when you're reading the Dragonlance book.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be all about that Dragonlance book.
I'm thinking about that. I cannot wait for that. I'm so excited for that book.
Yeah, we'll be going to the store and picking it up tomorrow for you. So it seems like you said it's been getting really good reviews too.
Yeah, people are liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always get worried when there's something I really, really love that comes out. I'm always afraid that I'm just not going to like it. And then I do.
Or you get into a situation. Follow me. I'm trying to segue into another topic here. Or you get into a situation where you hear about something that's going to be happening and you get really excited about it. And then it just goes away.
Yeah, WB.
Warner Brothers, Discovery, and DC. What the hell, guys? So, first things first, we find out, like, in the DC fandom, like, almost a year ago, that
they're going to be making a Batgirl movie, and I was excited.
They're going to be making a Batgirl movie. Yes, and it sounded so exciting.
Brendan Fraser. It's Firefly.
And then, you find out we're getting a Batgirl movie. You find out, then later on, we're getting Brendan Fraser as Firefly. Guys, I celebrate the man's entire filmography. I love Brendan Fraser. Airheads, The Mummy, George of the Jungle, Blast from the Past.
Yeah, Blast from the Past.
Bedazzled.
And that one.
Man. Like.
But let's not forget his best
which is...
Encino.
Yeah, you know it. Right there. Boom. Encino Man. Wheeze the juice, man. Wheeze the juice. Wheeze the juice.
That movie is just an all-time classic.
So, here's the thing, guys. In case you didn't know, Brendan Fraser just kind of like took his ball and went home for a while. Like, he didn't do anything. Really, until it seems like he didn't really do a lot of anything involving Hollywood because he got... Oh man, he came out with the article, you know, asking, you know, hey, where have you been and what happened? And you find out he was victimized in Hollywood.
Yeah.
This guy's had it rough, right? And he just seems like such a genuinely nice and sweet person. And, you know, it really sucks that happened. Then you start hearing about he's going to be on Doom Patrol, you know?
Which I got to finish because that show's actually really good.
Yeah. So, and you're like, okay, Brendan Fraser's going to be on Doom Patrol. And then, you know, here and there, you know, you hear stuff about him and what he's doing. And people are liking him on Doom Patrol. And you find out he's going to be Firefly in this Batgirl movie. And you're just like, presto. And what happened yesterday? They canceled it.
It's already made.
It's already made, guys. And they're supposedly not going to even put it out.
They'll put out this Ezra Miller fucking shit.
You know what? Here's the thing. You know, you can sit there all you want to and be like, both crews of both movies deserve to have them be presented. And you know what? Fine. Whatever. However, you think about all the movies that are actually in production, completed, post-production, anything that we are for sure, you know, we got it in the can or is in some point of production. Okay? Everything coming out with, you know, the next few projects that are for sure happening, that are based off of DC Comics properties. All of them are male leads. All of them. Male leads. Now you have the situation with Batgirl where you have, not only is it a female lead, but it is a person of color female lead. She's Puerto Rican, I believe, right? I believe so. I believe so. If she is not, I apologize, and please correct me. But it's not clear why. It's absolutely not clear why they have canceled it. Some outlets are saying that it was a bad viewing, bad audience viewings. Some people are saying that it has nothing to do with audiences giving it bad reviews. It has everything to do with the fact that it does not fall into their major plan moving forward with the new ownership. And then you have I saw other news outlets, Joe, that were actually saying that they had heard that the audience received it well.
Yeah, I heard that too. I read that too.
So you have a number of different...
What I want to know is, how do you get in one of these audiences to see movies early?
You know, I agree. I want to know how. So that I can get into them, so that you can get into them. So that in case this ever happens again, we will have gotten to see it. Because I was actually excited about this. And I actually was like, come on, guys. Come on.
I have a feeling there'll be such backlash they'll release it.
You know what? And that's what I'm going to call on all of my Geek Squad here. I'm going to call you guys Geek Squad because, you know what? I don't care. Let Best Buy come and get me. I don't care. I'm calling on the Geek Squad. Use hashtags. Don't be like the Snyder Bros and be shitty. Be supportive. Sit there and say, look, hashtag release Batgirl. Hashtag release Batgirl movie. hashtag, tag DC Comics in it, tag Warner Brothers, tag Discovery. Put it out there. Release the Batgirl movie. There are hashtags available. Guys, it's really just do it. Just do it. Because I think that if you put the backlash out there, and they notice that really, you know, maybe they've made the wrong choice, let your audience decide. Let your audience decide, because we want Batgirl. We want Brendan Fraser as Firefly.
Yeah, I want Batgirl, man. I was kind of excited for that movie.
Right? And stop with the whole, like, we're gonna make an entire film, spend all that money already making the film, and then saying this is a possible reason that they're going to cut costs, unnecessary costs. Well, guys, then put out the movie. You just wasted what, $90 million?
You might as well try to see if we can get money back. Jeez.
Right? Shoot. This is one of those things where it's like, you know, they look at that and they're like, well, who can we afford to cut? And they've cut Batgirl and Scoob. I know that. I'm gonna put that out there for you, because I know that you were hoping for that new Scooby movie.
I like Scoob, man. That was a good movie.
Yeah. I think that the reason why, you know, I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about Scoob is because a lot of the people that are talking about the Batgirl that I've seen are kind of younger people.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not as familiar with some of the deep dives that were in Scoob.
That was a fun movie.
So, anyways, some big changes coming through that, you know, and release Batgirl, guys, come on. You guys, y'all released the fucking Catwoman movie with Halle Berry. I mean, God love her, but that was horrible. That was actually god awful.
I don't even know if I've ever seen it all.
Don't do it to yourself. I will convince you to watch certain movies, Joe, but I will not convince you to watch Catwoman with Halle Berry, because...
I mean, I know it sucks because I got like halfway through it and I fucking stopped watching it.
I
know.
It's just bad. It's just bad. I mean, you know what, guys? Release it on HBO Max. Weren't you going to be doing that? You know, it would have been much better if you'd done that. That would have been much better. But, other than that... Yeah, it's hard. It's hard being in the position where you're doing, like, a pop culture channel on YouTube, and you're kind of heavy on the whole comics thing, like we are, and you get hit with that, and just days prior you're seeing the Rob Liefeld thing.
Fucking Rob Liefeld, Jesus Christ.
If you are not aware, Rob Liefeld, the man that can never let us forget that he made Deadpool. That he was a co-creator of Deadpool. Basically put out his
If you want to be fair, I mean, his design is not that far off from Deathstroke, so I mean, like...
Oh, wow. Oh, shots fired.
I'm just gonna say it. I mean, everybody knows it.
Shots fired. Joe would like to go on the record here and say that Deadpool is not that far off from Deathstroke. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for that comment, because, guys, it's like Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. Okay? So, here's the thing. He basically gave his what do you want to call it? statement on working with millennials and Gen Zers, and he's not a fan. No, he would like to blame all the millennials and Gen Zers that he was trying to work with on the reason why he doesn't have anything new out there. And to which he makes the statement that, you know, he keeps on hiring these people and it never works out. And you got to wonder, how many people has he gone through? How long till he realizes?
He went through 2 people, and nothing was that bad. And he fucking got all boomer about it and fucking.
In a prima
These
donna.
young kids these days, they don't know the work ethic. Oh God, I wish I could draw some fucking feet.
I wish I could draw, you know, Captain America's chest without making it look like it's boobs. You know, how about that?
Used to like the guy, but my God, he's a fucking prima donna little bitch.
You know what? Here's the thing. These guys, like, came out of, like, working at the Big Two. You know, this group of guys. Because here's the thing. You can check his Facebook. This is where he made this little rant. Okay? And in the comments, you see Jim Valentino. Good old Jim. The man who just a few months ago from Image Comics, one of the head honchos of Image Comics, removed people's names from the credits section because of the whole, supposedly, allegedly, because of the whole move to unionize Image Comics. Remove people from the credits list. Basically commenting, yeah, right there with you, bud. You know, I believe he said it's endemic. It's happened to us too, or we've got that problem too. Meaning Image Comics. So Image Comics does not like working with millennials then, or Gen Zers.
Well, Image Comics has become what it fucking swore it wouldn't become, man. It's become the enemy.
It's become the man.
Yep.
And you know, here's the thing. Money makes the world go round. You know what? I wish I had more of it. Joe, I'm sure you wish you had more of it.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. You know, but you have this, you have people in this world that you think are going to have values and not become what they were against. And it's like one of those situations where you die a hero, or you live long enough to become the villain.
Let's not stop quoting that stupid Batman movie. That is stupid.
You know what? It works. It works for this situation.
I'm gonna quote that Batman movie.
I know you don't like that movie, but still, it works for the situation, dear. It works for the situation. You have to admit, it works for the situation. These are people, he said it himself in his post, he has been in the business for 36 years and can't believe that people want, you know, equality.
People want equality and stuff, man.
And to be treated like human beings. And not to be treated like they're some lackey, you know, dog, you know, doing God's work just because they're working with Rob Liefeld.
My hip hurts. I can't draw feet.
I have to remind everyone that I made Deadpool.
I made Deadpool.
Everything.
I helped. I said, I looked at this picture of Deathstroke and I said, that's okay, I'll draw Deathstroke over here. And there we are.
And we'll make it different colors. And, wow, you did it. You went there, man. Like, Mr. Liefeld, if you are listening.
Oh, he's heard it before. I'm not the first one to make this comparison, man.
If you would like to block him, his name on Twitter is @FetBizarro.
Do it, because I love being blocked. I'm blocked by some of the better people than you.
You wanna name some names?
Nope.
Who you're blocked by?
No.
Okay. He's blocked by some good ones, guys. Mostly because he speaks the truth. And he annoys people with that. But here's the thing. I know the list, and it's good. But anyways, if Joe ever wants to share, he can. My name also is at Carrie Q Author. I would really appreciate getting blocked by you, Mr. Liefeld. If you want to oblige, that would be great. But it's you know what's Jim Valentino is saying it's endemic. You know what's endemic about the comic book industry? The patriarchy.
Yeah.
We had this circumstance like a couple of weeks ago where I both Joe and I were critical of a certain writer on Twitter in a statement that they made. They got basically they got caught being full of themselves. And Joe and I both made very similar comments. But if you look
Donnie
at
Cates, I'm gonna fucking say it.
You know what? Let's
He's
do
a little
it.
fucking dude. Get on some meds, bro.
Donnie Cates. You know, I'm not comfortable, assuming people need to be on meds because I'm on meds.
Yeah, you're right. That was very. I take that back. But you're definitely a fucking pompous ass bitch, dude. Jesus.
He's very pompous. And so he made a statement that did not look like he was joking.
He made dragons cool, bro.
He made dragons cool in Venom, apparently. And another person pointed out, actually, this wasn't us. We didn't do this. But somebody that actually, had the receipts here in this thread, right? They were like, actually, I always thought, based on your design, that you paste your dragon work in Venom and Null off of the Targaryens in Game of Thrones. And they had pictures side by sides. And it was uncanny. So,
yeah.
But anyways, both Joe and I made similar comments. Now, if you were to look at both of our profiles, you would see that Joe shows as being male. I show as being female. In fact, my pronouns, I don't know if Joe has his pronouns up. Okay. My pronouns are she, her, and Joe's, unless he's decided differently, are he, him.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
You never looked at my profile, man, dude.
I have looked at your profile, but I can't remember if you put your pronouns on there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you look at Joe's profile, it's obvious he is a guy. Identifies as a man. Is a man. You look at mine, you see that I definitely am a...
I did change my profile picture to a skeleton now, so I mean, like, it's...
Basing just on the pictures, you wouldn't be able to tell, but if somebody was to go and jump and look at our profile, you would be able to. Based on my picture, I think I look feminine. Somebody tell me if I'm not, but I had people jumping all over me.
Yeah, it's because you were a woman and you said something. You didn't know your place. Nobody said anything to me. Actually, one person said something to me, I think.
One person.
Yeah, but I think they agreed with me.
I'm not talking about people agreeing with anyone because nobody actually agreed with me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think somebody agreed.
People, I mean, I got told that somebody farted in my cereal. I mean, and Donnie Cates himself decided to call me out.
That day.
No, you did not.
No.
Donnie Cates actually called me out.
Really? What did he say?
He was like, "It's a joke," kind of thing.
Shut up.
Yeah, Donnie Cates actually called me out. It was one of the people that...
I don't know, maybe it was a joke and it's ill received and stuff like that, but it didn't seem like... He kind of made it seem like he's the one, like... Yeah. I don't know.
And even so, you have a responsibility as a public figure, especially when you have a bro army. That if you see somebody getting piled on for no reason, be like, you know what? Here's the thing. Maybe she just misunderstood me. You know? Maybe she misunderstood my meaning behind this, and that's cool, but guys, don't be dicks.
Yeah, it would have been that easy.
Yet it was not done.
Oh.
That's what's endemic about the comic book community is the patriarchy. And I wonder what can be done about it.
Ask me, I'm a dude, man. I'm just a white guy. I don't know, man. It's been this way since its creation. Like, I mean, it's got to be getting a little better, but I mean, it's still...
I mean, it is. It is getting a little bit better. Yeah.
But it's very male-dominated and male...
But we got Tom McFarlane saying he can't make as many girl superhero figures because, you know, he doesn't want to cause serial killers. We've got, you know, them getting rid of Batgirl while they can have the Flash that they keep on putting off because they're hoping Ezra Miller, you know, gets his shit together.
I don't think they're going to get their shit together.
They are not going to get their shit together, is what you're saying?
I don't know. I hope so, for their sake.
I hope so, too. Because, you know, that's just always better. You know? But, yeah. I mean, I always feel like maybe we take one step forward and then 10 steps back.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, the thing is we got DC to the point where you have actual characters that are minorities that don't seem token characters. You know? But the ones that don't seem like they're token characters, they don't get used very much.
You know, like Tim Drake. Well, Tim Drake's got his own book coming out.
Yeah, they're trying to fix that with Tim Drake, okay? But the concept of the character of Dreamer, for one, I want to at least see Dreamer popping up in more books.
Yeah.
That was a cool character.
When's the last time they even popped up in a book?
Superman, Son of Kal-El, just a couple months ago, remember?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I would also love to see the reintroduction more of the character's name is escaping me right now, but it was Batgirl's roommate during the Gail Simone era as a trans female, a trans woman, excuse me.
I don't know, I didn't read that.
Yeah. There's a character, trans woman.
Yeah, you were telling me about it.
Yeah. And
I didn't read the comics back then,
so you know, it would be really cool to have that included more characters developed that women, people of color, lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual people.
Yeah, more Constantine.
More Constantine. Yeah, well, exactly.
He's bisexual.
Exactly. But I always feel like when we take one step forward, we take 10 back. And that's awfully frustrating as a woman in this position, you know, that I'm in. And I haven't felt like doing my video the last few weeks on Sunday.
Is it this?
What?
Is it this?
Well, everything in general. It's like, it's the same reason why, I mean, with the exception of when I sit down with you, like, every once in a while, I stopped watching football. Because it felt like with some of the...
You never watched football again.
I've watched it a little bit. But I stopped watching football.
10 days.
I know. The football season starts very soon. I know. Preseason starts very soon.
10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
What I'm saying is the reason I stopped really watching football is because it felt like the NFL didn't give a shit about me.
Well, it doesn't give a shit about me. It's my bad addiction. I know that I shouldn't watch the NFL, but I can't help it.
You really love sports.
Yeah, there's 2 sports I love.
And plus you have a history involving the football. You know, it's something that you loved from your childhood. Where, you know, there's probably plenty of things that you didn't love from your childhood. It's something that you did love from your childhood. And I wouldn't want to take anything like that, you know, from anyone. I wouldn't even try to take anything like that from anyone. But I know that I used to be a big football fan. I used to, you know, really get down on it and like yell at the screen and, you know, Sunday was very important. And when you have this rash of news stories about women and children getting beat by their NFL players in their lives, and the NFL does nothing, and you have a recent story like this, where you have, I forget the gentleman's name, but you have the dude that is getting in trouble for betting. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the dude that's getting in trouble for betting, and then you have the dude that supposedly sexually assaulted a woman.
Yeah, and you got 6 games suspension.
Yeah.
That he's fighting.
It was fighting?
That he's fighting.
That he... so he's not going to take his ball and just go sit on the sidelines. He's you know, and take his punishment, which is probably...
We're not an NFL station.
which is probably steeper than what the courts will give him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? We're a pop culture station and a channel, and football is a part of that.
I guess so, sure.
But that's why I really don't like football anymore, because I saw a bunch of that crap and couldn't deal anymore.
I shouldn't like football anymore. I'm a fucking Bears fan. Jesus.
I understand the pull of the Bears, yes. When I liked football, it was my team. So, anyways, guys, I don't know what the answer is. I'm working on...
Maybe this year I'm a Packers fan.
I was actually...
I'm just fucking kidding. That disgusted me to say.
Even as a joke, you're kind of choking back the vomit right now, aren't you?
Oh, God.
The idea of becoming a Packers fan.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Sweetheart, you couldn't become a Sox fan when you tried. So
I tried.
You tried.
I did watch lots of games, though.
You did. But you couldn't even become a Sox fan when you tried. So, you know, it's okay. Sometimes, you know, it's like Maybelline. Sometimes you're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline, you know? Sometimes you're born with it. Yeah, I think you're just born with it. You're just born with the whole love of the Cubs and Bears, and that's just part of who you are. And it's wrong to think that could be altered. If they were to look at your DNA, they might see Bears.
The Bears.
The Cubs. Anyway. I mean, come on. Let's think about how you say the word sausage.
It's sausage.
Guys, you heard it. You heard it, didn't you? You heard it. He sounded like a super fan. Say it again.
Sausage.
Yep. It's that Chicago accent. Anyways, guys, you know, I don't know what the answer is here. I'm working on...
The answer is let's throw out all the movies. Start fresh. Fuck the patriarchy. And let's just have, like, new stuff. Throw out all the movies. I don't know. Nobody's going to listen to me, though. I mean, I'm just one dude. Just throw out all the movies. Start fresh. Who's listening? Let's make it happen. Fuck the patriarchy.
I love you. That's awesome. Guys, if you agree with Joe, give us a hell yeah in the comments. And anyways, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to fix this, but fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah.
And if you got any ideas, let me know. Maybe I'm working on some of my own, but that's for another day. So anyways, stay tuned with our station. That's about what we're doing for today.
That's about what we're doing for today. Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned. I am working on something, guys.
Next week, you're going to talk about Dragonlance.
Well, Joe...
I don't know, though.
Joe was thinking about taking the helm, you know, and...
Talk about fantasy stuff. Like, she's not big into fantasy. I'm trying to get her to rewatch the Lord of the Rings movies with me this weekend because I have this deep hatred for them, and I don't know if it's valid. I'm not sure because I don't really... Somebody was talking about the movies, and I don't remember that part at all. So
I've blown your mind with this whole Vampire Diaries thing, hasn't I?
Yeah, so
because
now,
you were like, you were convinced you were not going to like the Vampire Diaries. You were convinced you were not going to like Dirty Dancing.
I didn't like Reality Bites.
Okay, so yeah.
I was actually thoroughly convinced I was going to like that one, though.
So
I got to be thoroughly convinced that I'm going to like something I'm not going to like it. And
I mean, I think I've just blown your mind. Like, you're just like, maybe I need to just watch everything over again. Like, are you going to give Forrest Gump another shot?
I could give it another try.
Because you intensely hate Forrest Gump.
I do not like that movie.
Yeah. Watch it. We're going to be we'll watch it because I think it's on like one of the streaming services we have.
Probably.
And he's going to be in love with it. And
that's all I'll talk about for like a couple days of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And
that's all he'll have to say about that.
When I fall in love with things, I have to read the books then too, so I'll have to read both the books.
The book, there's a lot of similarities with the book, and I've done the book as I told you, and there's a lot of really huge differences.
Yeah, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give them another try. I'm gonna watch those 4-hour ones too, man.
He's gonna watch. See, the thing is, he asked me today. He's like, do you want to watch the Lord of the Rings movies with me? And I stopped for a second, and I was like, the extended versions? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, when? Because it's Thursday, and I'm like, man, I can't put that in tonight. I can't do that tonight. I gotta work in the morning. But he's like, sometime this weekend. I was like, okay, so you're gonna look up from your Dragonlance books long enough to watch all the Lords of the Rings movies.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the weekend takes us.
We'll see what it takes us. Anyways, so if we end up watching the Lord of the Rings movies, okay, we'll talk about that next week.
Yep.
If not, we'll find something else to talk about.
Or I might even get a couple hours in and be like, this sucks.
And we can talk about that too. Why you thought it sucked. Or maybe we'll watch Forrest Gump.
Alright.
Either one.
Baby kitty.
Oh, Kaylee is so pretty. Let it be on record with the channel that Kaylee is a pretty girl.
Right. I'm done.
I'm done too, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna try and pull my shit together and do my show on Sunday.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, man.
Yeah, don't tell me. I'm gonna try to pull my shit together and do my show because here's the thing, guys. Harley Quinn is going weekly, so you know I gotta talk about it, and I gotta talk about it with somebody.
You gotta talk about the new Harley Quinn show too.
I gotta talk about the new Harley Quinn show. We're gonna have another episode tomorrow, hitting HBO Max, so that'll be good. But anyways, I will talk to you all Sunday. We'll say I'm gonna talk to you Sunday, and then I'm gonna talk to you Sunday. All right.
I'll try to make her do it.
He will guilt me into doing it kindly. With kindness. But alright. See you guys. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you Sunday. This is the officially unofficial Geek Channel. What's happening Wednesday?
And Joe.
With Carrie.
And Joe.
And Joe. He jumps in always so quickly with the and Joe thing. He's so excited.
I need everybody to know. It's me, Joe.
It's him, Joe, and Carrie. See you later. Bye.